Portland's hottest new punk band, Pupula Duplex, is finally going on tour. But when vocalist Leila begins seeing bad omens, she's sure their trip will be completely doomed. Hello and welcome, Lynx here, and today it's Haunted House of Rock by Watercress. And I'm absolutely surprised that nobody has yet played this on YouTube, not gonna lie. I mean, it's been published 50 days ago, on April 2nd. And Watercress does know how to make games. We played a few of them. Yeah, well, I guess it's left to me, yours truly. The game was made for Nano Reno 25, by the way. Fully voiced as well, so... well, it will be easier for me, which I appreciate. Let us begin. The music seems to be good in it. Somewhere in Oregon, September 24th, 2010.
That's how I know we're in trouble! It's all the little things!
The menu is fantastic, by the way. Can I just say that?
The little things.
Yeah.
The little things!
What do you mean by that?
Huh?
I think he doesn't know as well.
Oh, and that was all. You weren't gonna elaborate.
Yeah.
You know, the signs!
What?
Right, the signs.
Alright, you need to elaborate more, girl.
Like... Okay, so this morning, you know that breakfast place we passed on the way to my mom's club?
I'm listening.
With that outside patio area. Well, there was an abandoned table. Someone left a wad of cash on the table and left in a hurry. And on it was this half-eaten plate of syrup-drenched pancakes, just glistening in the sun beside a wrinkly wad of cash.
Take the money. Take the money.
And a bird. A bird just flutters down from overhead and lands on the plate, poking at the little puddle of maple syrup. And guess what kind of bird it was?
Like a pigeon? I mean, I can see it's not, but... in Poland you'd expect a pigeon. Or a seagull, if you are by the sea, I guess. Both absolutely terrible birds. Would be better if there were much less of them. Many less, whatever.
Well,
A little red hummingbird! It was a hummingbird, just sipping maple syrup at the end of September!
Oh. I mean, is it weird? I wouldn't know.
I'm, not seeing the significance.
Same. I don't understand.
The red hummingbirds are migratory! All those birds should have been halfway to Tijuana by now. But this one was still here, just piddling around in some cold pancakes without a care in the world. Lost out of time, and alone, and full of syrup, and doomed, like us.
Man, I wish pigeons would migrate somewhere. Forever. Yeah, I still don't get her as well, man. I think we are in this world. In the same world here. Yeah.
You're really saying something bad is gonna happen because you saw a hummingbird eating pancakes?
Yeah, seems like it.
Not just because of that! That's just an example! I pay attention to all the tiny little regularities of life because they're signs! Like when you relax your eyes to see the hidden picture in one of those mystic eye things.
I don't do that.
All kinds of things, just slightly askew. The cat doesn't meow for her food at the right time. The newsprint leaves a smudge on your hand in the shape of a skull. You order the 6-piece nuggets and get 5 and an onion ring. I know I'm not crazy! This trip is ill-fated!
Well, I don't know if I would agree with the part that you said, I know I'm not crazy. I think I have my doubts about that. Yeah. Man, I think you should run for your life over there. Come on.
It's like that simile about seeing the writing on the wall.
A simile is a comparison. You mean an idiom.
Yeah.
Whatever. The writing's there, and I'm just reading the message.
Sure.
Leila, honey, I say this with bottomless kindness. That is incredibly daft.
Yeah.
Dane!
She cute for.
No, hold on now.
I guess that's why
Listen,
she sticks around.
This is how you always sabotage yourself. You just throw together the most
Cute and a
bizarre
little
reasons to be
crazy.
anxious. A hummingbird? Really?
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't have been there, so it's doomed? You've been getting deep into birding lately? Zounds! I never knew you were a card-carrying member of the goddamn Audubon Society! When have you been getting out to the woods?
I know what I saw!
Suppose you did. Only you, Leila St. Catherine, could
Yeah.
take that as a sign of impending doom. A little hummingbird, all on its own, just sloshing around in a whole puddle of syrup. I mean, heck, if I'm a hummingbird, that sounds like my idea of a great time. Sounds like you found a really happy bird, honestly.
I guess.
But when it gets much colder, he'll freeze to death!
Where were we? Portland or something like that? Does it get cold over there? I'm curious now. Of course, I'm going to check. Okay, let me just quickly confirm that it was Portland. Yes, Portland. Portland temperatures across the year. Portland experiences a warm summer. Monthly temperature ranges from 2 to 10 in winter. That's not that cold. And 13 to 27 in summer. Interesting. So we're not dropping below 0. Come on. That hummingbird will survive. Come on.
Who knows? Maybe it'll hibernate in a heated attic or something and rendezvous with its bird family in the spring.
Yeah,
Hummingbirds don't hibernate, Dane!
sure. He was not being serious, by the way.
Right, but they do eat pancakes
Yeah.
out of season to serve as ill omens to catastrophizing bassists.
Yeah.
It's not catastrophizing if there's a real catastrophe!
In the backseat, I begin to blink my eyes. Okay. Roused by the increasingly high octaves in my sister's voice. This is my sister? Damn it.
Hey, Lay, some of us are trying to catnap back here.
I have a different voice.
Brody! Dane's being a jerk about
My
the
name is
hummingbird!
Brody.
You saw the hummingbird too, tell him!
The hummingbird?
In the pancakes!
Ah, right. That was a cute little bird. Was it a hummingbird though? I thought it was like a sparrow. Or a bush tit.
Sparrows do fly around in winter here, to be fair. Sparrows are alright, they're cute. What's a bush tit? Oh my god, I'm kinda worried now to Google this. Okay, this seems to be an American bird. Yeah, it's in America, North America. Also kinda cute. Those type of birds are awesome.
Bush tit.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Brother!
Sadly, it appears the great pancake mystery may never be solved.
Oh yeah. Well, sister size.
You don't have to believe me, but mark my words, something's going to go horribly wrong.
Yeah, it will go wrong because you're constantly saying it will go wrong.
Yeah, well, things going horribly wrong is part of the magic of show business. Don't gotta be some kind of Viking oracle to figure that one out.
Yeah.
I meant extra horrible.
Sure. That's my twin sister Leila. She plays bass and sings in our band Pupula Duplex. We've got kind of an art rock or pop punk sound, depending on which of us writes the songs and what mood we're in. It's not like we quit our day jobs big or anything yet, but wow, I know the feeling. But we rule and we're definitely destined for greatness. This weekend we're taking another step towards stardom, spending a weekend in a creepy Victorian mansion. It's gonna be rad! Sis is freaked out, but that's just Sis. Gotta keep her the Goldilocks level of caffeinated, or she has the weird spurts of existential despair. Okay. I probably made the coffee too strong this morning. No worries, I can hype her up!
Come on, sis. It's just a fun sleepover in an old house. I think, whatever happens, the greatest bassist in the world can handle it.
Flea?
Doug Wimbish?
Oh, I mean, yeah, both of them probably could. But also you.
Well, whatever. When everything goes to hell in a handbasket, don't say I didn't see the signs.
Sure.
When that day comes, I'll solemnly eat crow with or without maple syrup.
Please don't do that.
Anyway, what even is the Autobot Society?
Autobot Society, what? Sign me up. Sounds good.
You've gotta be kidding me with this shit.
What? I want to know too! The trip only takes another 20 minutes before we arrive in Astoria. In Astoria, damn! The lights on the coast cutting the darkness outside Dame's car. You know what's funny? There is a certain game where Astoria is a kingdom. And by that I mean Wink Clouds Sacrasacmus. That's right, there is literally a kingdom of Astoria over there. Is it a connection over here with Haunted House? Actually, let's see, Portland. That's what I should be checking. Portland. Astoria. Is that a thing? Like an area? It is. There are some apartments and so on. I just realized Portland is also by the sea, sort of. Kind of. Okay, it's very close to the sea. And close to Canada, I guess. Not that far. Close to Washington too. Interesting. Yakima Indian Reservation. I mean, if anything, I would rather be in one of those small towns by the beach. By the sea, yeah. That would be my place to be in. Or maybe not directly by there, but... You know what? Maybe it would be the coolest to be in this area between US and the Canada, if anything. Where there is water and so on. Yeah, that would be cool. So I guess Seattle. But again, I don't want to be in the big city, so let's choose something like Port Angeles. That sounds good. Anyway, back to back to Astoria. The lights on the coast cutting the darkness outside Dane's car. And from there, another 10 minutes ways inland, uphill through ink black trees, taking the kind of road that looks like it has zero business being as well paved as this. The path is pretty middle of nowhere, with fewer intersections or turn-offs than normal and barely any oncoming traffic. It ends up being a smooth enough ride that I drift off again. Funny, you wouldn't think the backseat of a Volkswagen Beetle would be that comfortable to nap in. I guess, who knows, I don't know, I've never been in... You know what, I think I've never actually driven in a Beetle. Yeah. You don't see them around, to be honest. At least in my area. It's been ages, I feel like, since I've seen one. Would it be comfortable in the backseat? I'm not sure. To be fair, it is a small car. But, well, maybe the backseat is alright. But we're all snug as back in a rug back here. Anyway. Leila always gets the front seat because, well, it's just easiest that way. Yeah? So she's going shotgun, huh? Finally, as we pull forward through the opening in the tree line, the slight colored face of the mansion bobs into view out of the gloom like a rubber duck in a bathtub. Lone uplighting keeps the vacant home plenty visible and welcoming, even with the interior windows pitch dark.
That's the place? Why does it look like the house from Fresh Prince Fuck the Alamo?
The appearance really throws me off too. Have you expected something more like the house from Psycho or the Winchester Mystery House? Not this more boxy limestone cover thing with its one-off centered squat round tower.
Wasn't this supposed to be a spooky Victorian house?
Beats me. Not me who signed the deal, or...
No? When did I ever say that?
Guess must have been their imagination, huh?
You said it was, like, old.
Right.
Do you think houses just grow spindlework balustrades and crossed gables when they reach a certain age? Like the wattle on a rooster?
You are in US, by the way. Why would you have a Victorian style there? My sister and I exchange a look, intrinsically understanding neither of us have any idea what these things are.
I'm gonna say no.
Dane size again.
I said a Chicago architect You know what? It doesn't matter. It's a house from the late 19th century with great backdrops and lighting, and you all look pretty and thoughtful in front of that, which is thankfully about all anyone needs to push outwards to your target demo. It probably won't be spooky because it's a well-maintained vacation home leased to rich people. Sorry to burst your bubble.
Are you going to enter?
Aww.
I hope they're not breaking in.
Come on now, everyone, wake up, grab your stuff, and get the hell out of my car. I've still got to drive back to Portland to pick up some equipment and stop my wife.
We spent a few unloading our instruments and equipment from the car before wheeling up to the doorstep of this strange old house. Dane sticks around just long enough to see me stick the modern-looking key in the modern deadbolt and push the heavy double doors open. Well, the door definitely sounds old. Stepping into a yawning interior of a fully furnished house, it's dark on the inside, but I can make out a banister rising to the upper stories. It's warmer than I expected of such an old stone building. The heat is apparently having been turned on earlier by the caretaker or something. That, or just been hemorrhaging money on the electric bill. Either way, it doesn't really have that grandpa house smell I was expecting. Score! Yeah, I totally understand.
We just gonna stand in the dark or what?
Was it a new voice? Behind me, the hand of our lead guitarist, Dakota, reaches out and fiddles with a panel on the inside wall until the lights come on. Definitely a new voice. I mean, you even mentioned the name.
God, Get a load of this place.
You don't like it? I think it's cool.
This place doesn't care what we think.
Yeah. Wait, does she have different colored eyes? A gently unrings out from beside us. Vivienne, our keyboardist, still groggy from her own nap in the backseat. Wait a second. Okay, so there were 3 of you in the backseat. How did you manage to nap there then?
Heavens! I'm tuckered out. Remind me again why we're here.
To be fair, I feel like only who I believe is Dakota seems like a possible rock band person. But then again, like, maybe not having a rock band looks will bring some attention. Anyway, my sister gives her a curious questioning look.
For the album, Dane wanted us to take photos for publicity and networking, shoot B-roll for the music video, get in a little practice before our set at the Solstice Festival, because we for sure need it.
The sleepy-eyed keyboardist stares blankly at her a moment before the words seem to click and her eyes light up with familiar starry-eyed wonder and she practically bounces in place. Vivienne's easy enough to hype up.
Oh, right. Oh, this is going to be so much fun.
It totally is! And we're gonna knock it out of the park.
Hey, Leila.
Huh?
It's an old house. So I'll bet at least a dozen people have died in here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, died in all kinds of ways. Really gets my motor running to imagine it, honestly. Which reminds me, where are the bedrooms? And I get first dibs on picking mine.
Yeah, it's getting kinda late. We should figure out where we're putting ourselves up. Dane said to look for beds on the 2nd story?
I hope you mean 1st floor by 2nd story. Because you are not right now on the 1st floor, you're on the floor 0, ground floor. So you better mean 1st floor by that. Which means you should correct yourself. Anyway, Dakota doesn't seem to need further encouragement, racing up the venerable staircase with her bags and guitar case.
One supposes we should follow her.
Oh no, you're terrible.
Shouldn't we?
Yup. Oh, come on, Lay.
Oh, she's not... Okay, the inner voice not happening, huh? Just because something's sold doesn't mean anyone died in it. I wouldn't go that far. I think, yeah, if the house is very old, then definitely someone died in it.
Lay.
Right! I'm coming!
The 3 of us hurry up the stairs to follow Dakota. As we go, I observe the whole house seems a bit... I don't know, I don't really have the words other than it reminds me of a peanut butter and pickle sandwich with Hawaiian bread. What? Which isn't at all helpful and just makes me hungry. Why? Why does it remind you of your dad? Come on! A rectangle of rosy light in the dark hallway makes it pretty clear to us which room Dakota walked in. 2.
Yuck.
When I come to the doorway behind me, I'm surprised by how normal the room is. It's a visually busy, playful bedroom with a computer desk like basically any teenager's room. Dude, what is up with her eye? Wait, but I mean, I feel like there is a scar over here, to be fair. I need to have a look at each page. Also, does she only have one leg? She totally has only one leg over here. Anyone else noticing that? Alright, maybe not. Maybe there is a little... I mean, looks, to be honest, like she has one leg. There is like a little, like a super little element at the bottom of the of the screen that you might think, oh, that black little thingy here, that little triangle, that might be her part of her second leg. But other than that, she literally seems like she only has one leg. But yeah, what's with her eye? No information about that in the description, that's for sure. I want to know. I want to know. I need to know. Anyway, when I come to the doorway behind her, I'm surprised by how normal the room is. It's a visually busy, playful bedroom, computer desk. It's basically... Okay, I read this already. To my eyes, it looks like it started out as a very pink room for a much younger little girl, who, as she got older, got fed up with it and started painting crude trapper keeper patterns over the floral wallpaper, hanging up all sorts of tchotchkets. No clue what that means. Tchotchket. What the heck is that? First time seeing that word, to be honest. On the walls, like old license plates and chrome hubcaps and leopard print curtains.
Is it okay to sleep in here? This looks like it's some kid's actual stuff.
But Dakota just snorts.
Not unless they've just been unfrozen from 1995. Even for the Boondocks, this whole room is solidly 15 years out of date. I mean, look at the posters on the walls. Ace of Base, Hootie and the fucking Blowfish. Ugh, place is a time capsule.
That will explain why I felt vaguely nostalgic looking at it, but I've never been to interior decorating or thoughts or any of that girly crap to know if something's in style.
Looking at it, the room does have the appearance of being an authentic child's room. But there's no trace of the child. No family photos, no diaries or sports trophies.
You guys had family photos in the room while you were a child? I'd never had that.
Right. Just the property
Diaries?
managers toned
Never
deaf
had
attempts to entice parents. Oh, any kid would love this room, they'd promise. And then the hapless little bastard spends their whole vacation in this time capsule aberration.
Aw, oh, come on. It's not so bad. That's a Macintosh Performa. That's almost 20 years out of date.
It really is an old-ass computer to look at it, which surprises me because it's in pristine condition. It doesn't even have that yellowing you see sometimes. I mean, always.
Pathetic. I was almost intrigued.
What would have been intriguing about a random Nickelodeon bedroom?
I was cautiously interested when it looked like this room might be a creepy shrine to a dead kid. A tragedy, frozen in amber by parents
might be the
handling
thing,
the
for.
grieving process badly. But this is only sad and pathetic in tacky ways. Pass. I'd garrot myself with my own guitar strings if I ever had to spend the night in here.
How about you don't say that?
And now that's something that would make this room interesting.
No.
That's...
But yeah, somebody else take this one. And also, fuck Ace of Base.
Meh.
I suppose I could settle on this room if nobody else wants it.
But what if you can find a better one? Or in before it gets worse. In before it gets worse. Vivian doesn't sound that excited either. This place isn't really gonna be anyone's style.
We'll keep looking around. I've got a good feeling about this. Lay!
Sorry, coming!
Another hallway door, identical on the outside to the previous, opens to something completely different.
What?
What? What?
Holy shit.
What? What we walking on in the darkness, something I know some kind of professional or Dane would be able to speak about eloquently. Through the gloom, all I can say is that what I see is an old-ass bedroom, like a period piece old. That bed is like Mr. Darcy fiercely taking Lizzie on their wedding night old. That happened in the book, right? It was boring as hell, so I just got Leila to read it for both of us. The bed, from what I can see, is one of those things with the 4 posts and the darkly varnished little wooden hut where they show princess sleeping before the ugly guy kidnaps them. Or a girl sleeping in before a vampire decides to bite into her neck, right? Behind me, Leila reaches for the light switch, only for us both to realize when we are not graceful reassuring click that this room just doesn't have a light switch inside the door at all.
This can't be right. Dane didn't mention anything like this.
Even as my eyes slowly adjust to the darkness, I can find any trace of that telltale card-sized rectangle in the wall to bring up the lights anywhere in the room.
There's seriously no lights? Is this some kind of museum room?
It looks like in the land of the blind. The one-eyed bitch is God.
Oh, so you actually have one eye.
Well, that's sure something.
Does she have a flashlight inside of her supposed eye? It's not her real eye. Yeah, she got a fancy prosthesis a few years ago after the thing happened. What thing? We still don't know how she controls it or how she charges it, but it is cool as hell.
Maybe we don't have to rely on that.
I reach out to a night table turn on what looks like a lamp to be promising, but the round switch doesn't have that satisfying snap when I turn it, and no light appears, and on further inspection the thing doesn't even have power cord. Oh, oil lamp, isn't it?
Huh? But then, how?
Just kids these days. Picking up the object to inspect it, I'm surprised to feel the wave and sounds of some liquid slushing in the interior compartment.
I think that's...
I think I have one as well here. Yeah, I still have it. A little old oil lamp. I'm not using it for.
Oh my God.
I think Dakota found her room. Dakota approached me and the light from her eye up close. In this darkness is bright enough to make me flinch. She effortlessly snatches the lampish thing out of my hands and with a free hand draws an object from her very respectable cleavage. Okay. It turns out to be a matchbook when the little flame appears in her palm with a distinctive sound of a strike, and she drops the flame through the opening in the glass to ignite what turns out to be oil, causing a warm, if faint glow to brighten the room from its little glass bulb.
Heavy fucking metal.
To be fair, it's just an oil lamp. I can feel my sister lean a bit closer to me, practically holding herself on my arm. She's a little freaked out when Dakota does the eyeball thing at the best of times, but this Victorian sort of decor in the firelight seems to be intensifying effect.
Hey, isn't this all a little weird? This room's illuminated by oil lamps, and there's not even any power outlets on the walls? Like, this is totally not normal!
But if you think about it, this is basically a perfect bedroom. If you don't have any electric stuff and so on over there. You can expect to actually have like a proper sleep because of that. Anyway.
Oh, interesting. Well, maybe it's a historical landmark. Modernizations in these sorts of houses often get held up by red tape. Can't imagine why it'd just be this one room, though.
Oh boy, she's the boring one, isn't she? She's totally the boring one in the group.
Because they're afraid of the dark spirits that reside here. Guys, I'm calling it. This one is mine. I'm so staying here. With any luck, the wraiths will invade my body while I'm sleeping and vulnerable. I'll be banished to a foregone corner of my own mind while they corrupt the flesh, committing all kinds of diabolaries.
Okay, darkness. Okay.
Are you sure something didn't already beat them to it?
Dakota! You can't be thinking of staying in here! It's, like, super old and gross, and probably dangerous.
Oh, I mean, no. It's certainly the best bedroom. I know, whatever, the design aside. It's still good, probably. But, yeah, the best room to sleep in.
Good.
Surprisingly clean, actually. Like, look here. I thought the table would be dusty when I touched it, but my hands are totally spotless. Oh, it might be a reproduction for really hardcore tourists, like the other room.
Less good, but still wholly acceptable.
Great, then that's settled.
It's settled?
Well, I'm glad you're happy with this, Dakota.
Oh, I'll be following you out to your own accommodations. Everything in this house has been wild. I'm not passing up on a chance to see the next room up.
Everything has been wild except for the previous room, I guess.
Yeah, let's go!
Please be a normal room, and not like an alien spaceship.
Please be an alien spaceship. Please be an alien spaceship. The last room, already the last, is at the end of this one wing. I get ahead of Dakota this time, making it to the door first and pushing it open with a faint creak. Leila emphatically reaches for a light switch and gets rewarded with a reassuring click. The previous two rooms didn't really do anything to prepare me for what we see.
That could have been a lot worse. It's actually kind of...
Huh, what? Unlike the other two rooms, this master bedroom actually looks like it belongs to a specific person. It's not like the large bed is unmade or anything, but there's actually photos in picture frames. A desk with an old typewriter. Damn. Covered in drawings and notebooks and various knickknacks. I have an old typewriter inside of the wardrobe.
Huh. It's a little like Grandpa Ernie's room before he drove that Studebaker through the Masonic Temple. Whoa! Look over there!
On one end of the room there is a tall glass display case with several shelves. As big as fridge, but about half as fat. The whole thing is full of some of the fanciest old shite I've ever laid eyes on outside a museum. Leila and Dakota follow me over to take a closer look.
I think these are music boxes?
Oof.
And, whoa, a lot of, like, really fancy wristwatches. They're gorgeous!
Right.
What? Don't you think they're pretty?
They're trying too hard.
Eh.
Probably fake, too. Like Clint's Rolex.
Eh.
Your stepdad's fancy Rolex is a fake?
Since I swapped it out for a Taiwanese knockoff, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Brutal.
There is an old service cabinet hung up on the wall that looks like it could be from one of the World Wars. Along with two of those bulky medallion frames, each with a certificate and an old medal of some kind. Not really my scene. Stepping inside the room to get a closer look at them, I see they're all in French. Oof. Ew. And I have no idea what a Cru de Guerre is, so that's a wash. I'm not interested even. It's French, who cares?
Hey, Vivian? What do you make of this?
Oh, you're asking me?
Well, yeah. You always know all sorts of cool stuff.
Thank you, I suppose. But
But that's not cool, so I don't know anything.
well, Actually, I do speak French.
Why would you do this to yourself? Why? Why? French? Really? What's the point? As the cutter rolls her eyes, Vivian glances over at the certificates for a second and turns back to me.
They're for World War II, yeah. That they're in French and not German sort of tells the whole story.
The white flag.
I just don't get it. Why is all this guy's stuff still here?
Maybe it's just for character? Themed hotels do exist, right?
Or maybe we're already dead.
Sure?
We're not already dead?
We're way too hot to be dead. Anyway, Lay, this room looking okay to sleep in?
Oh, yeah, it's fine, I guess.
Rockin'! Then I think we're all set for the night. We can figure out whatever's up with this place after a good night's rest.
Oh, both of you are taking this room, then?
Huh?
Yeah? I mean, we shared a bedroom until our freshman year. A weekend's nothing. Plus, Leila does all the packing for both of us, and separating our stuff right before bed will be a pain in the ass.
You?
You what?
Oh, right. I forget sometimes.
What? Forget what?
Yeah, man. Twins. They start out as a single cell. Really weird personal boundaries are sort of in the job description.
Right. My mind totally does not create some weird scenarios right now, okay? It doesn't.
We're not
It
that
doesn't.
weird.
Yes, it does.
I think maybe we're a little weird, but yeah. I was just gonna doze in the parka lounge or whatever. Leila gets strangly in her sleep.
Meh.
That was just the once. And stop telling people.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like I wouldn't complain if she was strangling around. I shoo Vivian and Dakota out of the room for the night so my sister and I at least can get ready for bed. Leila's still in the bleak mood she's been all day. As I change out my clothes, I make a mental note to get the coffee right tomorrow morning.
Brother, I really think something's wrong with this house. Something's just unhinged. I can't put my finger on it, but I'm certain of it.
Oh, I believe you.
You do?
Yeah, dude. I know your hunches are good sometimes. Could be
Sometimes.
something's up. But, you know, even if something's not normal, does that make it bad? The vibes are good, Lay. This place is cool, right?
I mean, sure, I guess.
Look, nothing stopped us before. I think we've got a fighting chance. If things get really weird, we'll pull the plug. All right?
If you will be able to.
Fine. I'll try to stop being a downer.
You're never a downer.
You're never a downer. Are we getting an intro? No. Alright, kiddos. No intro. We'll proceed to the...
5 more minutes.
Don't worry, girl. I'll give you like 24 more hours. Because we are going to cut this into a few episodes, I think. I don't know how many for. 2? 3? 5? Beats me. We'll find out later. For now, that's it. And tomorrow we shall proceed to the next day in the mansion. Maybe a haunted mansion. I guess. In a way, the title would suggest that. In a way. So far so good for. Voice acting is actually making things so much easier. Because I'm not in the mood to make weird voices today, again. So voice acting solves me here. Solves the situation for me here. But yeah, let's end the episode for today. As per usual, consider liking the video. If you're new around, consider subscribing. Always super appreciated. And that's it. I wish you a fantastic day. And Haunted House of Rock shall return tomorrow with a second episode. Hope to see you there. Bye bye.